contest between the York Cardinals and York College Bearcats. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for York, a junior guard from Baldwin, New York, number 0, Akil Vaughn. A senior guard from Brooklyn, New York, number 2, Jehmehl Fair. A junior guard from Brooklyn, number 3, Jehmehl Fair. A junior forward from Baruch, number 23, and a junior forward from Lagos, Nigeria, number 24, Akil Vaughn. Cardinals head coach is Emil Purisic. Assistant coaches are Tyrone Wilkerson and Justin Gist. And now, tonight's starting lineup, the York College Bearcats. At guard, a 6'1" graduate student from New York City, number 11, Saeed Osorio. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore from Staten Island, number 13, Devin Nicholson. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Jamaica, New York, number 15, Jehmehl Fair. And forward, a 6'6" graduate student from Smithtown, New York, number 20, Michael Gannon. And forward, a 6'5" junior from Astoria, New York, number 21, Emil Purisic. Bearcats head coach in his 10th year is John Alesi, and the assistant coaches Robert Alesi, Michael Machko, and Patrick Mahoney. Now, let's play ball.
So welcome back to the Arc Arena, as it is the second game of your doubleheader between the York College Cardinals and your Baruch College Bearcats. If you're just tuning in, Baruch won the first game 69-55.
I'm not hearing David.
And Baruch trying to sweep the doubleheader tonight, as the women Bearcats were able to win in the first game by 14. So we're underway here at the Arc Arena. It's Gooseby and Gannon on the tip, and it'll be York's ball to start things off with number 2, Divine Chisholm.
And David, York Baruch, a big rivalry, so it should be a really hard-fought game.
So it'll be fair to bring it into the front court. Nicholson back to Purisic on the far side. Entry pass into Gannon is knocked away, and Keela comes away with it for York into the hands of Chisholm, and Chisholm will push the pace. Spin move in the lane. Nice find there. Able to find Gooseby underneath for the easy layup.
Chisholm has been tough against Baruch in the past, and Baruch is going to have to not turn the ball over, get good shots, and especially play big-time defense tonight.
Ooh, nice play there by Nicholson. He was blocked from behind, though, by Chisholm, but he was able to carve his way into the lane. York quickly the other way with number 3, Fullerton, who's able to lay it in.
Well, York wants to push it, and they are very talented, David. You could tell in their body language they've come to play here at the Arc.
So now Nicholson looking for his offense. Finds Fair up top, over to Osorio on the near side. Baruch in a quick 4-point deficit, a little bit more than a minute gone here in the first. Fair into the lane. Step back jumper, high arcing shot is good, and Baruch on the board.
Tough shot by Fair. The defender was right on him, but went up nicely with that shot. We want to see Fair get off to a good start. He's the catalyst for this team.
So a crossover move there by Fullerton into the lane. Odd pass there, but he gets it over to Gooseby. A nice pump fake, and he's able to finish, and he has a quick 4 to start things off.
Yeah, David, York doing really whatever they want on offense. Baruch has got to contest.
So Fair has it up top. Chisholm all over him. Fair into the lane, looking for options. Gives it up top to Osorio. Nice shot there. Off right rim, no good. Got to like that look, though, for Osorio. He had a wide-open 3 straight on.
Well, Osorio's been playing very well lately.
And a 3 there by Fullerton off left rim, no good. And Baruch pushed the other way with Osorio into the front court.
Like to see them look for Gannon.
Hop step into the lane. Gives it outside to Nicholson, up top to Fair. Back to Nicholson. Tripetta all over him. Purisic going baseline, looking for options. Gives it outside to Osorio. Inside to Gannon, fadeaway jumper way off. Good defense there by Gooseby, and it'll be Trepetta to push the other way for York.
Yeah, Gaddon's got to get more into the block so he can just turn with his length and go to the basket.
Gooseby into the lane, and he's able to finish with the right hand. And Coach Alisi wants to talk things over really quickly. A little bit more, coming in on 3 minutes gone in the first. We'll step aside. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. We can always figure it out at the break.
Yeah, I just heard your voice.
Yeah, no, I know that. So both teams break the huddle here. Same 5 for both, but I think Coach Alisi just didn't like how his Bearcats have started, down trailing by 6. 3 minutes gone here in the first.
Well, Goosby's off to a heck of a start for York, doing whatever he wants.
Now Gannon gets it up top. Free throw line jumper. Gannon left wide open, but a shot a little too strong. Ball batted around. Purisic able to corral. Can't finish. Able to get his own tap. Still off, and Gannon finally knocks it in. Baruch having second, third, and fourth chances there, Joe, to get the ball in the basket.
Yeah, Baruch was not going to be denied. Whether it's Purisic or Gannon, they were going to make that shot. Well, Baruch needs a stop right now to kind of stop this momentum of York.
And Trepetta into Fullerton. Laser pass from Fullerton into Keela, and I think York may have gotten away with one there, and it's going to stay with the Cardinals underneath.
Yeah, nowhere to go in the middle. Baruch clogging up the middle now.
Nice jab step there by Gooseby. His shot's off. Fair corrals the rebound, and he'll bring it up for the Bearcats. Purisic inside to Gannon. Gannon is blocked. Nope, they're going to say he went through some contact there.
If Baruch has good ball movement and good movement, setting screens for each other, you'll have a lot of openings in the lane.
So that's going to send Gannon on the line to shoot 2.
Real important for Gannon to get going here to a quick start. That's bode well for the Bearcats in these past couple of games.
And Gannon off on the first. And good on the second. So that'll be Chisholm to walk things up. Chisholm, a 4-year player here at York. It's his 4th game here at the Arc Arena.
Chisholm has been tough in the past years against Baruch. We've had some really classic games here, Baruch versus York.
Trepetta, nice move there. Oh, almost turned it over. Gets it back in the lane, though, underneath. And Fullerton able to lay it in. And Terrell Fullerton, one to look out for. He leads the York College Cardinals in scoring a little bit more than 18 points per game in 18 games.
I don't know how they found him because Baruch had it clogged up in the middle.
Nice find there to Gannon. And it's going to be an offensive foul against Fullerton. And I think Gannon may have got the worst of that, though. He's down for a moment. And it's taken him a moment to get back up onto his feet.
Well, Gannon got bumped. And they called an offensive foul on him.
And with a potential head injury, they're going to have the trainer give him a look over. So both teams will head back to their benches. And that's going to be a big blow. Muhammad Guy not fit yet for action. And now Gannon coming to the bench. We're going to have to maybe see a lot of Akil Vaughn tonight at the 5.
Well, that's not such a bad thing. Vaughn's been playing very well these last few games. He's really emerged. And he's going to get better with more touches and reps as the season goes on. So that's a good thing for Coach Alisi. And remember, you can go back to Purisic as a post player if need be. Boy, you hate to see these young men, student athletes, giving it all. And, you want them to get up and give us the thumbs up that they're all right.
Yeah, I mean, he either took a shot, his head either hit the floor or hit an elbow or something along the line in the lane. A little bit of blood here, so they're just cleaning him up.
Yeah, he got bumped, David. It was like a football tackle. He got bumped and really swayed away from the defender, and yet they called an offensive foul on him.
You never want to see this, but Baruch really struggling here to get off the first 5 minutes of action here at the Arc Arena, trailing by 5, Joe. Really not getting into their rhythm yet on the offensive end.
Well, what this game looks like, David, which has been past York-Baruch games, is York takes a Baruch punch and Baruch takes a York punch. And you get up off the canvas and you go to work. And, you know, Coach Elise, he's a veteran. He's been around the block, and he knows what York is going to do. And so he's, you know, nobody better does it than him in terms of in-game substitutions and adjustments. So he's going to find a way.
And York also starting shooting 63% from the field, so you don't think that can possibly be sustainable in the long run as well.
Well, Gooseby got off to a quick start. And, you know, that kind of propelled. That was the first punch. Gooseby was throwing punches first against Baruch. And then we don't want to see Fullerton get off, as you said, leading scorer for this York team. So Vaughn's going to be in the game with Purisic. That's a formidable front line for Coach Elise. And telling you, Vaughn is getting better game by game.
We'll give you an update from on Gannon as we get one. He's getting looked over by the trainer, and I think just needs to get cleaned up. But, yeah, it might be a lot of Vaughn and Purisic inside the post. And we've seen a bit of Panagakos as well recently from the 4 position. He had provided Baruch some strong minutes in that game against Brooklyn on Friday.
Yeah. Again, we talk every game about the front court depth and the backcourt depth that Coach Elise has. So it's all good if you're a Baruch fan because, you know, you have answers. Unlike other teams that, you know, if one thing doesn't work, that's it for them.
And also fortunate for Baruch, they could also move maybe someone like Jehmehl Fair or Osorio to the 4, play a small lineup, and then you have the opportunity to bring in Devin Nicholson or Sean Donlan as well to give you some more ball handling presence on the floor.
Yeah, Fair. You know, Fair can drive the team bus if you need. He can do the catering. He can do team laundry. He does whatever you need from a player. Outstanding student athlete.
So we'll be back in just a moment with more action here. But Baruch trailing by 5 here against York College. Don't forget to tune in as well. We have some big dates on the calendar coming up. We have Battle of Lexington. That's going to be on February the 2nd. That's this Thursday night here at the Arc Arena. It's one of the biggest nights of the year. Hunter College will be in town for a doubleheader. And then Baruch will have 6 days off before they travel to Medgar Evers. Don't forget our senior day as well is on February 14th, Valentine's Day senior day here at the Arc Arena against John Jay. Once again, that will be a doubleheader as well, and that will be the final game before Baruch go into the CUNYAC tournament.
Yeah, Battle of Lexington traditionally has this place rocking. Tremendous enthusiasm and really brings out the best in both schools.
With only about 5 games left on the schedule, Joe, every game going to be huge here for the Bearcats. They're 7-2 in the conference, tied with Lehman, and everyone trails City College, who is 8-1. The one loss coming to the Baruch College Bearcats. So definitely a
yeah, it's not going to get any easier, and it's really out there for the taking. Who wants it the most?
And Vaughn establishing position inside. He gets it inside. He's fouled on the way up by Gooseby, and that could be good for the Bearcats as they want to get Gooseby in foul trouble after his hot start.
Yeah, Vaughn is going to be a handful for York. There's no doubt.
And it'll be Vaughn who knocks down the first.
Vaughn is going to make York think twice about their shots. which is a tremendous weapon defensively.
And Vaughn off on the second. So it'll be Fullerton to bring it into the front court. Checking into the game was number 21, Tyers Desenor, and number 5, Tavon Price. As the three there from Chisholm is no good, and Fair comes away with the rebound. Baruch trying to cut into this lead as they trail 12-6. Osorio outside to Purisic. Vaughn calling for it. Back up top to Osorio. Thinks about the shot, puts it on the deck, working in the lane. Looking for a cutter, finds Purisic. Hop step inside to Vaughn. Vaughn shot a little too strong, no good, and it's Desenor on the rebound.
Yeah, Vaughn's got to make those shots. He just jumped over everybody. He's got to finish.
I think he was too deep when he caught the ball, Joe. He almost was too far under the basket.
Yeah, but he ended up with a good shot. But they'll fall.
Price going to pull a near side three. Shot off right rim, no good. Offensive rebound there, though. Desenor's shot, that was actually Keela. His shot emphatically blocked by Vaughn.
Well, Vaughn is a tremendous shot blocker. Great timing because he plays volleyball.
And Fair will come to the bench as Nicholson checks into the game.
Well, Nicholson, one of the keys to Baruch's attack on both ends of the floor.
And Joe, to your point there, quite impressive. Not only being a two-sport athlete, but being a two-sport athlete in the same season. You'll see it sometimes you play, baseball and maybe basketball or something along the lines of where it's a fall sport and a spring sport. He's in multiple sports currently.
Yeah, it's like Deion Sanders playing in the afternoon for the Reds and then playing at night for the Falcons. It's a good thing he had a private helicopter. I don't know if Vaughn has a private helicopter, David, but
luckily he plays in the same building. So.
Right. But I'm sure he's got an unlimited Metro card.
So it's Nicholson now up top. Chisholm on him, gives it off to Osorio on the near side. Fullerton picks him up at the three-point line. Osorio into the lane, trying to get it inside to Vaughn. Eventually does, but Fullerton hits the deck, is able to strip it away. Desenor now to Chisholm, who's going to push it into the front court.
Yeah, Baruch's going to have to get it to where Vaughn can just turn and go to the basket. Going to have to get it right in his hands.
Need the entry pass higher, too. The problem there was the entry pass was low.
Yeah, and then the defender was able to just, put his hands down and disrupt that play.
So a couple of bad possessions on both ends here now as it's Purisic to Osorio. He has Nicholson on the far side. Thinks about the shot. One dribble, pull, and he knocks it down from just inside the three-point line. Baruch trail by 4.
Good ball fake by Nicholson to free himself. And the Nicholson brothers, I'm telling you, they ignite this Baruch attack.
So it's Chisholm here in the front court. Bounce pass inside to Desenor.
Good D by Vaughn, just stayed there.
3-ball there from Chisholm on the near side. Big answer from the York College Cardinals.
Yeah, Chisholm's a veteran. He's done it many times against Baruch.
And Nicholson going to go past 2 defenders. Gets Desenor in the lane, and he's able to, in the air, and he's able to finish at the basket. And Coach Gist wants to talk things over with almost 8 minutes gone. Baruch trailed by 5. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. It'll be York's ball going right to left. Coach Gist could not have been happy with that last defensive effort by his York College Cardinals.
Yeah, but now Baruch needs a stop to cut into this 5-point lead. This game, David, a game of momentum. Again, York throws a punch, Baruch answers.
And a wide open three from Brown, who came off that screen, able to knock it down from straight on.
Well, Brown right off the bench doesn't waste any time. That hurts. Baruch's got to work a little bit harder now to decrease that lead.
Osorio here on the near side gets the ball back from Vaughn. Osorio going to pull an open three off back rim, no good. And it'll be Price who comes away with the rebound. York looking to push. Nope, Price slows things down. Now to Chisholm. He'll have a wide open three. Around and all the way around and out.
Baruch's got to go into Vaughn now. Get him going. Let him screen and cut to the basket.
And Nicholson into the lane. He actually is a lot more open than he knows, and he's able to finally turn and get off a 5-foot jumper.
Well, they were so concerned about Vaughn that they just backed off and left Nicholson open.
And so Donnellan will check into the game for Nicholson.
Of course, Donaldson, the veteran, you don't lose anything when he's inserted into the lineup.
Nicholson has 6 in 9 minutes, and we'll see what Donnellan can give you off the bench. He'll definitely give you a lot of effort and solid play on both ends of the floor, as Chisholm has it on the near side. Inside to Desinor. He's quickly doubled back outside the Chisholm. Ball moved around the perimeter. Fullerton into the lane. He loses it. I think it was Devin Nicholson who got a hand in there, and now Purisic's going to push.
That's what happens when you move your hands and your feet. You get turnovers.
Ooh. Nicholson there, 3 off back iron, but Osorio's able to get that rebound. Donnellan wide open, straight on, shot way off, and it's going to go off. I think it's going to go off Brown last, and it's going to stay with the Bearcats. I think York may have a legitimate argument as it may have went off Vaughn. Either way, Baruch's going to prevail with the basketball.
Yeah, we can't go to the replay, unfortunately.
Vaughn gets it inside. That's going to be a blocking foul against Desinor, as he was inside the circle, and it'll send Vaughn to the line to shoot 2.
That was a great entry pass, great catch by Vaughn, and he should have dunked it, David. I think he was being too nice on that one.
And Vaughn knocks down the first. And a lot of discussion between the refs and the coaches right now over what the call was.
If Baruch keeps their hands and feet moving, they'll get a deflection.
And now Chisholm here on the near side gives it over to Price. Ball swung around the perimeter into the hands of Fullerton. They're going to have to work quickly, though, as there's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Price has a wide open 3, though, on the near side, and he knocks it down in the 2-3 zone. Not quick enough to get over.
Yeah, he could have had a cup of coffee in the amount of time that he had, David.
So
the 3 ball hurting Baruch here early.
They trail by 8 now. Now Osorio going to try to answer on the other end, and he knocks it down here on the near side, and Baruch cut the lead to 5.
Osorio really, when he gets going, he's a catalyst for this attack.
Nice play by Fullerton. Gives it over to Desinor here on the near side. Shot a little short. Vaughn soars for the rebound. Watch his back as Brown was lurking, and now it's Donnellan into the front court. Donnellan covered tightly by Price. Over to inside to Purisic, trying to give it inside to Vaughn, Desinor comes away with the rebound. And credit to York, Joe, they've not let Vaughn really catch the ball at an advantageous position.
Yeah, but Vaughn just he tripped on that, and he lost control. But, yeah, you got to get it in where he can just turn and go to the basket.
Yeah, that time, a few times we've seen the pass too low, and then a couple of times he was almost too deep for him to create anything.
And I think on that last play, he just turned without the ball.
They got to put one up. Desinor gets blocked by Osorio, and it's going to be a shot clock violation as Trepida will come back into the game for York. And great defense there by the Bearcats as they look to cut into this 5-point deficit.
Great help. Osorio coming down to help out, getting that deflection, leading to Baruch possession.
Now Donelon brings it into the front court. He'll slow things up at the near side 3-point line, gives it to Osorio up top.
Now he's got to go. Vaughn's got to go.
And it's going to be a 3 there from Purisic. Shot no good. Vaughn, rebound knocked out of his hand. I think it was Desinor who had his hands in there. And it'll be Fullerton the other way. His pass gets blocked by Nicholson, trying to find Trepida back door. It's Nicholson into the lane, working on Desinor. Gets through some contact and able to finish off the glass.
Nicholson from start to finish was determined on that play. When Nicholson is going good, Baruch is going good.
And it's Trepida now. York, 3 there from Brown, no good. Purisic comes away with the rebound. And he's going to go right into the lane, working against Brown. They're going to call an offensive foul. I don't know about that one. I mean, that might have been a little bit of a makeup call there, as it looked like.
Yeah, strange play all the way around. The fact that Purisic just kind of wasted a possession for the Bearcats. And David, you know what? He was too off on an angle to get anything done on that play.
So it's going to be number 12, Zor, who just checked into the game, over to Trepida, now to Price. Price has been looking to shoot specifically from that near side wing. Keela outside to Zor. Ball moved around the perimeter. Trepida has it. Now bounce pass to Brown. Brown's not afraid to shoot from 3. His shot's way off. That looked like a foul on Zor as Osorio hit the deck. Keela has to put it up off back iron. No good. And Osorio is able to come away with the rebound. He's stripped from behind as Brown's able to get a hand in there. Nice find there by Trepida as Brown tried to throw it down, and he was fouled on the way up. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, I'll tell you, that looked like Patrick Mahomes threading the needles in the end zone to a receiver, a laser.
That's going to send Brown to the line to shoot 2.
I don't know how that ball got through.
Great pass there by Trepida to find Brown. Around and out, no good.
Tell you, Baruch in a good position, down by 3.
And off on the second, but Brown able to corral his own rebound. He tried to knock it off of Nicholson to save the possession, but it'll be Osorio who comes away with it, and Donelon to bring it into the front court.
And he also held off. Oh, that should have been a foul on Brown.
Osorio over to Purisic up top. Purisic working on Brown. And another offensive foul there on Purisic.
I don't know what Purisic was doing, David. If he would have gone right up, might have been fouled. He waited, and then Brown just kind of reacted.
So it'll be Osorio and Purisic coming to the bench. Purisic back-to-back fouls as Panagakos and Fair check back into the game. And a turnover right into the face of Donelon. Donelon trying to go coast to coast. He lays it in.
Great anticipation by Donelon, and he finishes.
Baruch setting up in the 2-3. It's Devin Nicholson and Donelon up top. Bounce pass over to Zor. He'll pull a 3. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Vaughn. Nice box out there by Fair. And it'll be Donelon to bring things up. Baruch only trailed by 1. Was once an 8-point deficit here in the first. Ooh, Donelon almost lost it. Had to corral it back. Zor all over him. Double screen coming from Vaughn and Panagakos. Donelon able to go all the way to the basket and finish with the right hand. And Baruch have a lead.
Nice spark from Donelon.
And that's Baruch's first lead of the evening. 22-21.
Heavyweight fight. York punches, Baruch punches back, and vice versa.
Trepida now has it on the far side. Gives it over to Price here on the near side wing. He's going to drive past Donelon. Going up against Vaughn. He hits the deck. And they're going to call the foul there on Vaughn. No, they're going to say it was on Donelon. And that'll send Price to the line to shoot 2. And Price good on the first.
Price, a tough player, can hurt you in a lot of ways. Outside game, middle game, goes to the basket.
And make that 2 of 2 from the line is Price. And you could expect them to trade leads here going into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now it's Devin Nicholson on the near side. Trepida all over him. I think he was lucky not to get called for a reach, as now it's back inside to Nicholson. He's working over Trepida and able to finish with the right hand. Nice find there by Fair to find the cutting Nicholson.
Great pass, great catch, and a great finish by Nicholson. Had to maneuver his body.
Desinor trying to go up. Wow, what a play. I don't know, Vaughn got a hand on it, and he was still able to force it through off the glass and in. Strong play there by Desinor.
That was a Charles Barkley post move.
And that's going to be a travel by Donnellan underneath the basket, and it'll go back to York.
York making some good plays here in the first half. We really got a close game. Baruch Nation, don't go anywhere. This is going to be a good one.
So it'll be Chisholm up top. Gives it back to Zor on the far side. Zor, one dribble. Gives it up to Desinor. Desinor working on Vaughn. Back outside to Zor. A little two-man game. Gives it up to Trepida. Trepida up top. Straightaway three, and he knocks it down.
That's a big-time shot. Baruch has got to contest those threes. Don't let the players set their feet and get a good look.
So it's Vaughn up top, trying to find Patakakos underneath. Now it's Fair, far side three, and he answers quickly on the other end as Jehmehl Fair knocks that one down from the far side wing.
Yeah, Fair answers back. Good to see him. He's in a nice rhythm now. But you know what? You're going to get a total package from Fair.
And now it's Trepida. He'll pull the three. Barely grazes iron, and it'll be Vaughn on the rebound and Donnellan to push the tempo for the Bearcats. He has Nicholson on Trepida again if he wants him, but instead Donnellan, couple crossover moves, spin move into the lane, shot just a bit short off glass. Ooh. And it'll stay with York College.
Nicholson almost deflected it off a York player. Boy, Nicholson just doing a little bit of everything out there. Now his brother's in the game, so you're going to get double the effort from the Baruch backcourt.
Gerard Nicholson had a strong 9 minutes to start the game. 6 points in the early going as now Trepida has it on the near side. He gets into the lane. Nice kick out to Desinor. Gives it off to Keela. Keela's open for three on the far side. He'll pull and he'll knock it down. And Baruch a little slow on the rotation, playing that 2-3 zone.
That's a big-time three. Again, uncontested for York.
So it's Fair over to Osorio here on the near side. Over to Devin Nicholson on the far side corner. He'll pull a three, and he answers on the other end. And a timeout for Coach Gist as he wants to talk things over with 2:44 remaining here in the first. Baruch trail 31-30. So both teams break the huddle with 2:44 remaining here in the half. Baruch trail by one, trying to take the season series from York College.
Devon Nicholson on a roll here since he was inserted into the lineup.
And Fullerton back into the game, gives it outside to Chisholm on the near side. Keel is able to soar for that rebound. And York have a fresh 20 with Fullerton. Inside to Desinor, nice find there, who's able to work against Vaughn and finish at the basket. Smart play there by Vaughn, Joe. Really can't afford to get into foul trouble tonight with limited depth at the center position.
But he's got to take away position down low. Just move his feet.
And Nicholson here on the near side gets into the lane. His pass trying to go to Osorio gets intercepted. Trepida able to push, trying to give it inside Tequila, and it's going to go off of York last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Nicholson just got too deep and just had to get rid of the ball, and he ended up turning it over.
So it'll be Gerard Nicholson to bring into the front court. Gives it off to Fair on the far side. Osorio up top calling for it. He's posting up against Fullerton. Gives it inside to Vaughn, who's, oh, what? His shot went all the way around and out, and luckily gets batted out to Gerard Nicholson. That was wild, Joe. I mean, yeah, I don't know how that didn't fall.
We got to call maintenance for some WD-40.
That was, I mean, I don't know how that did not fall. Luckily, Nicholson able to clean things up and get the basket.
I don't trust this rim. I think it needs some maintenance.
So it's Chisholm now on the far side. Gives it over to Trepida. Over to Fullerton. Entry pass to Desenor. And Baruch a little overzealous as it was the foul there on Gerard Nicholson. And that's going to be side out as that's only the 6th-team foul, and that'll be their last foul before York entered the bonus.
I heard a lot of ball on that. I didn't hear a lot of hand. So, questionable call.
So Fullerton now inside the Desenor and a quick passing over to Trepida. He can't finish. Shot off back iron, and Fair comes away with the rebound. Gives it over to Gerard Nicholson, and he'll be able to walk things up as Chisholm picks him up at the half-court line.
Bruce got to get a good shot going to the locker room.
We're in the
high note.
We're in the final minute of action with 40 seconds left here on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock. Devin Nicholson almost turns it over, finds Vaughn on the inside, working on Desenor. High shot, no good. Once again, Vaughn can't buy a basket as that shot rolls around and out, no good.
Vaughn couldn't do anything more than he did on those last 2 possessions.
Vaughn 0 of 3 from the field. As Fullerton gives it over to Trepida, back to Fullerton, takes the pick from Keela. Fullerton's going to pull a deep 3, and he doesn't hit anything as it goes out of bounds. And Baruch have 3.4 seconds left here to do something. They got Donnellan, both Nicholson's, Fair, and Osorio. So going with the true shooters lineup here as Vaughn comes to the bench.
Plenty of time to get a good shot. Get it down court.
Nicholson's going to have to pull. Gives it off to Devin Nicholson. His shot no good off front iron. I think it would have counted if it went either way. Baruch go to the halftime locker room trailing by 1, 33-32 York lead. We'll step aside and we'll be back in 15 minutes with second half action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. If you're just joining us, Baruch trail by 1 going into the halftime break. It is our second game of our doubleheader between Baruch and York. The women's game ended in Baruch's favor, 69-55, and the men trying to complete the sweep, not only tonight, but the York sweep on the season as they won by 16 on the campus of York College.
Yeah, Baruch playing a solid first half. York playing solid, so game has been pretty even.
Baruch were led by Devin Nicholson, who had 9 points in the first half on 4 of 6 shooting. He also had 4 steals on the defensive end, so really filling up the stat sheet. For York, they were led by Gooseby, who went 3 of 4 in only 5 minutes as he had 2 personal fouls. But he was a presence in those 5 minutes, and he had 6 points, and it's going to be on Baruch, Joe, to really stop Gooseby here in the second half.
Yeah, Baruch really held tight because York was coming at them hard. Different players were coming hard, and Baruch was able to weather the storm.
Baruch late in the shot clock here. Fair is going to have to pull a 3, and he's able to get that one to fall. And Jehmehl Fair gives Baruch the lead on his first shot of the second half.
Yeah, you know, Fair's could possibly take Baruch on his back and lead them tonight.
And a nice look there by Gooseby. He's unable to hit on the free throw line jumper, and it'll be Gerard Nicholson who brings it into the front court.
So Baruch doing a good job rebounding, limiting York to 1 shot.
Purisic into the lane, looking for options. Keela all over him. Osorio near side 3, around and out, no good. Purisic battling for that rebound. He's able to get it and lay it in. I think he was looking for a call there as he went through some contact. Either way, Purisic able to get his first basket of the night.
The story of the night, Baruch says in each play's body language, I want this tonight.
And nice play there by Fullerton to rise up and finish off the glass.
So Baruch Nation, you know, we've said it many times, York throws a punch and Baruch takes it and they throw a punch back.
And now Nicholson able to find Vaughn, and Joe, we've been looking for it all night. Vaughn getting that position inside, able to turn and finish at the basket.
Yeah, that's a recipe for success for the Bearcats if they can get it into Vaughn, get him going.
And a dangerous pass there by Trepida trying to find Chisholm. Fair can't finish.
Well, if Fair didn't get fouled, I don't know what that was.
They're going to say the foul was actually on Nicholson after the rebound.
It was on 0-0.
So it's going to be side out or they're going to inbound, underneath is Baruch. And Osorio has it on the far side, up top to Fair, here on the near side to Purisic.
Yeah, they need to look into Vaughn. Space it so Vaughn can get on the block.
And Purisic into the lane. Gives it outside to Osorio. Osorio into the lane, high shot, no good, around and out. Keela comes away with the rebound. And to that point, Joe, you almost want to give it to Vaughn to get Gooseby into some more foul trouble as he had a hot start to start the first half.
Yeah. Gooseby would look very good on the bench for York versus on the court.
And now Chisholm, he got that one stripped from him. He's able to get it back right underneath to Gooseby. Speak of the devil, and he's able to lay it in.
Well, it was a broken play and ended up with a chip shot for Gooseby.
So now Nicholson has it on the far side wing, gives it up top to Osorio. He's quickly double-teamed now into Purisic. Purisic working on Keela. You're almost curious if they would switch up Gooseby on Vaughn to make sure he doesn't get into any foul trouble here, as Keela a little too overzealous with the hands, and he's called for the reach.
Yeah, if Purisic looked in, then Vaughn might have reacted and tried to get into position. So Purisic has got to look in.
And inbound to Osorio on the far side. Baruch got a fresh 20 as Osorio took too many steps before he drove, and it'll go back to York.
39-37, Baruch again has to stand firm defensively, keep their hands and feet moving, watch for cutters in the lane and behind Vaughn.
Joe, oftentimes we see these first 5 to 8 minutes so crucial in ball games here. 5 to 8 minutes, of the second half. really a lot of times where you see games won come right after halftime where you get those initial adjustments.
And it's maybe 2 or 3 plays that creates what you just said, David.
Ooh, and Fair pulled a 3. That went around and out. No good. It'll be Fullerton who comes away with it. He had a strong first half for York College as well. 6 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 4 rebounds and 4 assists.
Fair is feeling it tonight.
And that's going to go off Gooseby last. And it'll be Tavon Price checking into the game, the 5'10 senior out of the Bronx, New York.
I think Purisic has got to, instead of dribbling inside and doing nothing, get out on the wing, in the wing area, so he can free up Vaughn down low. It's too crowded for Vaughn to get on the block.
And Chisholm has it up top. Gives it off to Price. Price calls off Coach Gist's offense. It's on the near side. Only 3 seconds to shoot. Fullerton's going to have to get it up.
Great defense by the Bearcats, forcing that turnover. They have to take York out of what York wants to do.
And Desenor will check into the game.
Every time York and Baruch play, Baruch is successful when they stop York from doing what York wants to do. Players want to penetrate. Players want to go for the 3. Take it away.
They're going to call an off-ball foul there, an unforced error for the Bearcats, as the foul there is going to be called on Akil Vaughn, and just moving a bit when he was trying to get that off-ball pick. Also expecting to see a lot of Akil Vaughn. That's only his first foul here in the game, as Gannon has not returned to the floor after that first half injury. It'll be Fullerton now up top for York.
Well, Vaughn plays physical, but he's a smart player.
So it'll be Gerard Nicholson to bring things up. He's covered full court by Price. Nicholson goes past Price, past the pick of Purisic. He goes up. Oh, couldn't finish at the rim, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That was a design play for Nicholson to go coast to coast that he almost finished.
And Nicholson knocks down the first. And Keela comes to the bench for York as Brown checks back into the game.
So Baruch has to watch the cutters behind Vaughn sneaking in.
So it'll be Chisholm inside to Desenor. It's going to be a foul there on Vaughn. That's his second, and that's going to send Desenor to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's because Desenor snuck behind Vaughn, and Vaughn didn't see him, had to turn around and had no choice but to foul. So you might say that was a good foul because Desenor's missed the first foul shot.
And short on the second as Purisic able to get that rebound. Desenor was 7 of 9 at the free throw line before those 2 attempts. Purisic gives it off to Devin Nicholson on the far side. It's the Nicholson brothers, Purisic, Fair, and Vaughn on the floor for the Bearcats. Fair now here on the near side.
Now Vaughn's got a screen and then just roll to the basket.
Just like that, and now Fair's going to pull up from the elbow. Shot no good. Chisholm's able to get the rebound. Goes right in the lane, loses it. Shot was blocked. And Fair into the front court to Purisic. Purisic going to drive against Desenor. High floating shot, no good. Vaughn, offensive foul, and that's dangerous because that was his third now in the last few minutes.
Yeah, he cleared out a little bit to get that rebound, but good drive by Purisic. He just didn't finish. Well, it's interesting now because when you lose Vaughn, it's almost like losing two post players.
And Panagakos will check into the game.
Coach Alisi can't be happy about having to sit Vaughn.
Also, how quickly those fouls accumulated. We spoke just at the beginning of the half.
That's all it takes, David. Yeah. Now, were they bad fouls? No.
Well, the off-ball screen, you never want to see that. Kind of a wasted foul there, especially when Baruch were trying to build their lead. It's a 2-point game here at the Arc. Donnellan has the ball on the center symbol for the Bearcats. Nicholson coming off 2 screens. He'll run through. Fair now on the far side, calling for it. Jab step, thinks about the shot. He'll bring it into the lane, going to work. Hard shot off glass is good for Jehmehl Fair.
Yeah, great. Hey, Fair looks like Walt Frazier on some of his shots.
And he leads all Baruch scorers now with 10. Baruch lead 43-39. Fullerton gives it off to Desinor underneath. And it was a foul before the shot. They're going to say it was on number 4, Panagakos. That's going to be his first.
Yeah, Panagakos just has to move his feet with Desinor.
Ball inbounded up top to Price here on the near side wing. Give it over to Chisholm. Chisholm's going to pull. Devin Nicholson a little late to close out there. Ball batted around. It's going to be out to Donnellan. Up ahead to Nicholson. Nicholson getting chased down by Chisholm, but to no avail. Nicholson able to lay it in, and Chisholm will bring it into the front court. Quickly up ahead to Fullerton on the near side.
Great hustle by Donnellan to make that play.
And it's going to be Price into the lane, and he's able to finish through some contact.
Now, if Vaughn was in the game, David, that never happens. You don't have a shot blocker presence now for the Bearcats.
Also, credit to York how quickly they got the ball up the court right after Nicholson was able to lay it in. And Donnellan all the way to the hoop to finish with the left hand.
Donnellan giving Baruch some great play here in the second half.
He's got 6 in 9 minutes. Baruch lead 47-41. It's Price here on the near side wing. And it's going to be an offensive foul underneath. Panagakos taking the charge on Chisholm off the ball, and a nice play there to steal a possession back for the Bearcats.
Panagakos doing what Muhammad Guy usually does, gives you that spark off the bench for Coach Alisi.
So it'll be Purisic now in the front court. Gives it outside to Fair on the near side. He'll pull the 3. Shot short, no good. It hit the stanchion, so it's going to go back to York College. Baruch working quickly in the shot clock there. Got themselves an open look, unable to convert.
But, the way Fair's going, that had a good chance to go in.
So now it's Trepida on the far side. He'll pull the 3. Shot a bit short, no good. It's Price on the rebound. Price at only 5'10", able to get inside there and establish position. Now back inside to Price, working on 3 players. Shot no good. Nicholson may have gotten a hand to it, and now it's going to be Donnellan to bring it in the front court, and Price will pick him up. Crossover move by Donnellan into the lane. And they're going to say he traveled, and it's going to go back to York College.
Well, the ball got deflected. So Baruch has to play by committee defensively to make up for that, dominant post player.
And they're setting up in the 2-3. It's Panagakos inside the interior with Donnellan and Devin Nicholson playing the 2 up top.
Yeah, they got to watch for cutters behind in the lane.
And now Price going to drive. Gets all the way inside, gives it off to Keela. Keela's right-handed shot, no good. Went all the way around, and he knocks it out last, so it'll go back to the Bearcats.
So the defense by committee gets it done on that possession.
And Donnellan will walk things up. Price picks him up on the Bearcat symbol. Gives it inside to Purisic. Purisic takes too many steps, and it's going to go back to York. So some unforced errors on both ends here for York and Baruch.
Also, very quick possessions for Baruch. I think they should settle down, call some plays out, get good shots.
Almost at the halfway point, Baruch lead by 6. And it's Gooseby who's able to get to the rim and finish.
Yeah, Gooseby's been quiet in the second half, but you can't let him get going.
And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Gist with 10:23 remaining. Baruch lead by 4. We'll step aside. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. Both teams break the huddle. Baruch leading by 4 with 10:23 remaining. It's going to be Fair, Donald, Devin Nicholson, Purisic, and Panagakos for the Bearcats. Gooseby, Keela, Trepida, Fullerton, and Price for the Cardinals. And you can hear the York bench getting loud, trying to pump their teams up here as they trail by 4. Donald into the lane. He'll curl back, gives it up top to Purisic. Keela on him. Looking for Donald backdoor, instead gets Fair up top. Fair looking for options, finds Nicholson here on the near side. He'll dribble back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 10 minutes on the game clock. Nicholson into the lane. He goes through some contact, no call. He gets the rebound from his seat of his pants. They're going to say he was out of bounds, and it's going to go back to York.
Yeah, Nicholson left his feet too early, and he shot it going down. If he would have continued and extended, probably would have got it to go down.
So now it's Fullerton here on the near side.
Got to watch for cutters behind the defense down low. Gooseby's, looking as.
And Trepid is going to pull a 3 from the far side. Keel is able to get that offensive rebound. Ball moved around the perimeter. Fullerton, elbow jumper. Shot no good, a little too strong. Gooseby on the offensive board. His floater is able to go.
Well, that's 2 in a row for Gooseby after a quiet start.
And you got to box out if you're the Bearcats. Can't be letting up those second and third chance opportunities to the York College Cardinals. So now Purisic inside. Keela all over him. Purisic going to work in the post. Trying to step through. Keela right there. Donnellan has the ball up top. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Baruch have to move quickly. Pick from Purisic. Donnellan almost loses it. He gets tripped up. And that'll be side out, as that was only York's 5th team foul. And Akil Vaughn and Gerard Nicholson will check back into the game. Panagakos and Donnellan will come to the bench.
Yeah, Vaughn just has to be careful now.
Nicholson inside to Nicholson. Near side 3 shot, no good. And it's going to last go off of Keela, and it'll stay right here for the Bearcats.
I think they should get Vaughn touches early just to get him in the flow.
So the referee's having a chat here. Not sure about what. It looked like it went off York last. I wonder if there's a clock issue that they're discussing. So the ball did not hit the rim, so it's going to stay with 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Inbound right to Vaughn underneath. Right-handed hook shot. He's able to get that one to drop.
Great pass, great catch, just touch. So that's we want to get Vaughn in the rhythm right off the bench.
Vaughn's got 4 now and 1 of 4 from the field. 6 boards and a pair of blocks. And now it's Fullerton, near side three. Devin Nicholson slow to close out. Fullerton shot off rim, and it'll be Nicholson who comes away with it. Gerard Nicholson, to be specific, and he'll give it off to Purisic up top.
All right, no need to rush. No need to rush. Let's get a good shot.
Purisic forcing the shot through Keela. Oh, and it doesn't fall. Back rim 3 times, front rim once, Joe. Unable to get that one to drop.
Yeah, maintenance has got to come in the morning and check these rims because something is not right. But Purisic trying to really assert himself here.
And if I was to tell you, Joe, Purisic only has 2 points in 25 minutes, but Baruch are leading by 4. I think you'd sign up for that before the game starts because you know he'll eventually get himself going.
Possible CUNY Player of the Year in the preseason. He's got a lot of help this year, David. But when he's good, he's good.
And he knocks down both free throws from the line. He's got 4 points and 8 rebounds. Saeed Osorio checking into the game for Jehmehl Fair.
Fair getting a little breather. He's had a great game tonight.
He's got 10 and 5 in 24 minutes on 4 of 8 shooting. So it'll be Price on the far side. Gives it over to Chisholm. Chisholm looking for options. Back to Price. Price going in against 3 inside. Had to throw it back out to Chisholm. Trepida now here on the near side. York playing a 3-guard lineup. Gives it off to Price here on the near side. Back outside the Trepida. Ball swung around the perimeter. Chisholm puts it on the deck. Baseline jumper. That's too strong. Purisic soars for the rebound. Boxing out Keela. And it'll be Gerard Nicholson to bring things up into the front court.
Yeah, it's funny that they go away from Gooseby. Guy that's been very effective tonight.
So Nicholson now looking for options. Step back, thinking about the shot here on the near side baseline. Osorio over to Gerard Nicholson. He's going to step into a 3 around and out. No good. Vaughn on the rebound. Oh, no call there. He got blocked, and it's going to be a foul on Osorio as Chisholm was in transition.
Well, Vaughn, very active underneath, had position. Nicholson didn't see him.
And that's the 5th team foul on the Bearcats. Trepida now onto the near side to Price, who knocks that 3 down and cuts the Baruch lead to 3.
Well, it was wide open for Price. Baruch has to contest these threes. Threes get you back in the game real quick.
We've seen Baruch in the 2-3 really struggle to get across on the 3. As a turnover there from Gerard Nicholson, so it'll go back to York College with an opportunity to tie the ball game.
Yeah, Price on that last 3 had a lot of time to set his feet and aim.
York 6 of 25 from downtown, but they've been pulling all night. It's kept them in the game. And now Trepida up top, gives it over to Price on the near side. Thinks about the shot. Nicholson closes him down. Trepida now going to pull way downtown. Looked like it might have hit the stanchion. Either way, Baruch come away with the rebound.
That's Steph Curry range where he shot that from.
Ooh, Osorio, dangerous pass there. Gets it back from Nicholson. Osorio driving from the baseline, gives it off to Purisic at the free throw line. Now deep inside to Vaughn. Vaughn shot a little too strong. No good. Keela comes away with the rebound for York, and it'll be Price to push into the front court.
Boy, Vaughn is just right there, and shots just rolling off the rim.
Good to see that he's not getting frustrated, though. He's 2 of 6 from the field.
Oh, yeah, he's got to keep working at it. It'll drop.
Now Price inside, dishes it all the way out to Trepida. Can't believe he saw that as Trepida throws it right out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Well, first of all, Trepida, that was a travel, got away with, and then he had nothing to do but just really throw it out of bounds. So great defense by the Bearcats. Let's see if they can cash in on offense.
So it'll be Nicholson now up top to Vaughn, gives it over to Purisic. He'll go one-on-one with Keela. High shot, no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Keela was all in his grill as Purisic drove to the lane.
So Purisic this year playing perimeter, but what we're seeing tonight is old Purisic going to the basket with great body control.
So Purisic good on the first, extending the lead back to 4.
Notice that the recap of tonight is how many people have contributed at different parts of the game.
Scoring has been even across all of the Baruch players as Purisic off on the second. Devin Nicholson leading all scorers for the Bearcats with 11. So Fullerton going to drive right off the hands of Gooseby underneath. Maybe that pass was a bit too hard. And Nicholson going to drive coast to coast. Shot no good. Ball's loose. Gerard Nicholson able to run that down. I think it went off the hands of Vaughn and Purisic before Nicholson was able to corral.
Yeah, now Baruch has got to run some clock, David, at 5:19. No need to rush possessions.
That's going to be a referee stoppage as Osorio took one, I think, to the head as Fair will come into the game.
At this point, it's for Baruch, work the clock a little bit, but also get the best shot you can get.
So now Gerard Nicholson takes the pick from Purisic. Devin Nicholson on the far side. Couple jab steps, Chisholm all over him. Now Gerard Nicholson into the lane. He might have slipped a little bit. Shot no good. Vaughn trying to corral that rebound. It's going to be Keela who comes away with it. We've hit the 5-minute mark here remaining in the ballgame. Baruch are leading by 4. It's Chisholm on the near side, covered here by Devin Nicholson. Price has it up top on the center symbol for York. Back to Chisholm.
They got to watch cutters behind Vaughn now. People sneaking in like Gooseby.
Now Keela back out to Gooseby. Gooseby's going to take a corner 3. Shot a little short, no good. Purisic comes away with the rebound, and he'll walk things up for the Bearcats. And it's going to be a timeout for the Bearcats. With 4:32 remaining here in the ballgame. Baruch lead by 4. So it'll be Baruch basketball right in front of their own bench here. It's going to be Fair, Vaughn, Purisic, and both Nicholsons for the Bearcats as Gerard Nicholson will get it up top. 4.5 remaining here in the ballgame. York have settled into a 2-3 zone themselves now. And now it's Purisic up top. Over to Fair. Fair's going to drive. Floater with the right hand, no good. Ball's batted around. It's going to be Price who comes away with it for York. Going end-to-end. Price right into the lane. Shot too strong, no good. No contact there as Price hits the deck, and Devin Nicholson will be able to bring it into the front court over to Gerard.
Good post defense by Baruch, contesting that shot.
Purisic up top, gives it over to Gerard now here on the near side, through Fair. Now inside to Vaughn. Vaughn working inside, able to lay it in. And that's going to be an and one opportunity for Vaughn. They're going to say they're going to say the basket counted.
Who's calling? You and him. Who's calling it? He baited you the whole time to call that. You had no intention of calling that until he said something. Listen to me. He fell down.
And Nicholson hit the. Oh, they're going to call a flop. Wow, and Nicholson hits the technical foul shot. So it wasn't an and one opportunity. It was a flop call.
Well, I'll tell you, Vaughn did everything right there. There was nothing York could do.
So now it's Price here on the near side. Gives it off to Fullerton. Price has it, takes the pick from Desenor. Now gives it off to Fullerton. Behind the back dribble. He gives it off on the far side to Price. Wanted Price to shoot. Price is going to drive up against 3 people, and they're going to call the foul on Vaughn there with 3:22. That's going to be Vaughn's 4th.
Akil Vaughn is 4th. Team 6. Devin Price, 2 shots.
And Price rattles around and out, off on the first. And knocks down the second. As it's going to be a full court press here, at least for Chisholm, as he's going to pick up Gerard Nicholson full length of the court. Nicholson trying to get it into the front court, eventually does. Good D there by Chisholm. Nicholson looking for options. Nicholson now into the lane, outside to Fair. Fair thinks about stepping into one. Back outside to Nicholson, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Coming in on 3 minutes left here in the ball game. Vaughn gives the pick for Nicholson. Nicholson doesn't use it. His 3 around and out, no good. Keela got the rebound. I think I heard the slap from here. No call though. And it's going to be a foul from behind on Price. Foul there is going to be on number 15, Jehmehl Fair, and that'll send Price to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Yeah, it's getting a little aggressive right here down the stretch.
I think that's what happens when you're letting some stuff go. You know, the players are going to get a little frustrated.
Yeah, you could see the frustration.
And Price good on the first. Cuts the lead to 5.
But the referees basically have to call it as they see it and equal it out. It's a very physical game. York Baruch games are always physical.
And Price good on the second. So it's a 4-point lead. We're in the final 3 minutes of basketball here in the doubleheader between York and Baruch. It's Gerard Nicholson who gets it across the timeline. Chisholm all over him. Ball's into the hands of Fair. Now Purisic here on the near side.
Plenty of time. Get a good shot at about 8.
Nicholson, high floater, no good. Ball still loose. And they're going to say it stays right here with the Bearcats. 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, it was a good drive by Nicholson. Just came up short. And he was right in the vicinity of Vaughn.
Gooseby is checked back in for York. Now Devin Nicholson has it on the far side, gives it back to Gerard Nicholson. Chisholm all over him. Devin Nicholson going to pull from way downtown. Shot no good. Chisholm's able to get the board.
Devin Nicholson, usually when he makes that, that's a game breaker.
Keela, he's going to pull up. Shot no good off back iron. Purisic goes up for the rebound. Gooseby takes it away from him. Keela is able to save that pass as Nicholson got a hand on it, and now it's Chisholm up top.
Baruch's got to keep their hands and feet moving. Look for guys trying to sneak behind Vaughn.
Fullerton trying to force that pass through, knocked away by Fair. And Keela is hurting as he's struggling to get off the floor here.
Yeah, looks like his ankle. That was good defense by Baruch from start to finish.
So it'll be Bearcat basketball. They lead by 4, under 2 minutes remaining. And York wasting a possession there as they were really on it. They really had an opportunity to cut it to 2 points.
Nicholson should be in no hurry. Let's get the best shot we can get.
Vaughn underneath trying to get that rebound. He's eventually able to corral it as Nicholson's fouled on the shot, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And smart play there by Purisic. He almost put it up just because Vaughn had position.
But Vaughn did a lot of good things on that one play. Fought for the ball and got it to Nicholson. Good catch by Nicholson. Nicholson playing like wide receiver there, hauled it in.
And Nicholson good on the first, 56-51. Try and make that 2 of 2. Nicholson, one of the strongest free throw shooter on the team at a 80% clip on the season. Coach Gist wants to talk things over. We'll step aside with minute 37 remaining. Baruch lead by 6. So a minute and 37, both teams break in the huddle. Baruch leading by 6, trying to close out a back-to-back doubleheader sweep, of York College. The women won earlier, 69-55.
It's been a great night for Baruch all the way around.
And it'll be Chisholm over to Fullerton into the front court. Fullerton back out to Chisholm. Ball swung around the perimeter. Price open in the corner for 3, and he knocks it down. Big 3 from Price, and if you're Coach Gist, that's what you wanted to see out of the timeout.
And if you're Coach Alisi, you hated to see that. A wide open look and make from the 3 by Price.
57-54. The ball's in the hands of Purisic in the front court. Nicholson has it now. Over to Gerard Nicholson. Nicholson going to drive. Has Devin Nicholson at the free throw line. He'll pull. Shot bit short. No good. Ball batted out by Purisic into the hands of Devin Nicholson, and Baruch can slow things down.
Great play by Purisic. Wherewithal to know where Nicholson was to tap it to him and get another possession for Baruch.
Purisic has 10 rebounds. Fair into the lane and able to finish through the contact.
Fair with arguably the player of the year. Great body control to ward off the defender, and he kissed it off the glass.
Now it's Brown on the near side. Gives it up top to Chisholm. Chisholm going to pull a straight on 3, and he hits nothing but the bottom of the net. 35 seconds left. Baruch lead by 2. And it's going to be foul on Price as Nicholson hits the deck.
You got to love this brand of basketball, David. Heavyweight fight. Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali.
We're waiting to see how many team fouls that is. It's only going to be 9 team fouls for So big call here, because if it's 9, it's a 1-and-1 versus if it's 10, it's going to be 2 at the line for Gerard Nicholson.
But we have a solid guy at the foul line for Baruch. Gerald Nicholson, ice in his veins.
Shooting 86% from the line this season. So both Nicholson brothers are the guys you want at the line.
You got a tough football cornerback-like guy at the line. Nothing phased. Talk about Joe Cool. Nothing phases him.
So it will be a 1-and-1 here for Nicholson. And he knocks down the first.
Everybody stepping up tonight at one time or another for the Bearcats.
So Coach Gist wants to talk things over. It's 31.8 left. It's a 4-point game here at the Arc Arena. We'll be right back with more second half action between York and Baruch.
Let's see how York plays it. Did they get a quick 2 and foul? Did they go for the 3?
So it's Fullerton now into the lane. Kicks it outside to Brown here on the near side. Ooh, he almost took too many steps. Fullerton going to pull a 3. Around and out. No good. Ball still loose. And it's Gooseby who goes up with it, and he's fouled. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2. See who the foul's on there. And it is. It's going to be Vaughn's 5th, and that'll send him to the bench. Osorio to check into the game. So Baruch going to have to go with a smaller lineup here on out with no Muhammad Guy or Michael Gannon for the ball game.
Great game for Vaughn as he continues to get better each game and to give Baruch a great inside presence going forward.
And Gooseby knocks down the first. And he's good on the second.
So Baruch has got to be very careful. Okay, well, you got a great guy at the foul line here. A lot of time left. Training fouls.
And all these shooters very strong from the line. Osorio shoots 74%. Purisic shoots 77%. The Nicholsons, respectively, Gerard shoots 86%, and Devin shoots 80%. Jehmehl Fair as well shoots 72%. So definitely the players on the court you want shooting free throws.
Yeah, if Nicholson makes these both, Baruch, just come down to play D. Do not give up the 3 with a 4-point lead and 18 seconds left.
And Coach Alisi with 18 wants to step aside, so we will as well. We'll be right back with the remainder of your ball game between York and Baruch. So both teams break the huddle for York. It'll be Price, Chisholm, Fullerton, Brown, and Gooseby, and it'll be Purisic, Osorio, both Nicholsons, and Fair for the Bearcats. 15 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Fullerton's going to have to do something with it quick. 10 seconds now. Outside to Chisholm on the far side. Shot no good. Long rebound into the hands of Gerard Nicholson, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, luckily that Chisholm 3 was short and made it an easier rebound for the Bearcats. A lot of time went by on that, David.
Yeah, a little surprising there. Almost 13, 14 seconds came off the clock as York, I think, needed more of a sense of urgency there towards to make a play as they trail by multiple possessions.
Yeah. But, again, this is going to be, a series of fouls. Even if Nicholson makes it, York has to come down, obviously, fast and then try and foul, depending upon what happens.
And Nicholson around and out on the second. So it's a 5-point game. Chisholm over to Fullerton. Fullerton's going to shoot a 3. Shot no good. And that will do it here at the York Arena. It is a sweep for Baruch as they win 64-59 in a hard-fought game against York College.
Well, David, every York Baruch game is a heavyweight fight, no different tonight. But every single play that Coach Alisi inserted made a major contribution. And Baruch, again, in a good place, conference win. We come back quickly Thursday, and every game, really, you got to win, David, at this point.
So Baruch were led by the Nicholsons, 27 of their 64. And Price, led all scorers with 18 for York. An impressive game for him on 5 of 9, including 3 of 5 from downtown. But to your point, Joe, 3 players in double digits, and then 8 of the 9 players that played for Baruch were on the score sheet.
everybody contributed at a different time. Again, Coach Alisi, a master of in-game decisions and adjustments, and he was at his best tonight.
So that'll about do it for us. Don't forget about Battle of Lexington against Hunter College here at the Arc Arena. The games will be at 6 and 8 on Thursday night. One of the biggest nights of the year, Joe. Always a good time here. All the other sports teams come out, and we really get this place rocking.
Yeah. It's like Kentucky-Louisville. You know, two big rivalries. What? How many blocks? 30 blocks apart. And for bragging rights, again, and not only that, but it's a conference win, so must win on everybody's part. But what's great, David, is it's a real chance for the whole Baruch community to come out and really have a great night. So you talk about the stands. Both sides of the stand should be filled. But Baruch Nation, be safe. Thank you for joining us. And every game going to get better. So hopefully you tune in.
So the Baruch women move to 11-9, and the men move to 16-5 on the season, 8-2 in the conference. Once again, your final scores here at the Arc Arena: the women won 69-55, followed up by the men who won 64-59. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. And for Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.